Boss, welcome. This is from Kenya to the world. Keep listening to every word. Make sure MC forever heard. City on Nairobi at work. This is from Kenya to the world.
Head, shoulders, knees, toes. Head, shoulders, knees, toes.
Reveal those secrets. Anyway, yes, I'm so excited to finally have you here.
Yeah. This is gonna be so weird because like
I know
you guys.
I'm sitting here too.
Yeah, like we know each other.
And I know y'all.
Like, so, Karun, tell us about it. It's not gonna be like that. It's chill.
But I mean, I like that we haven't actually met since I got back. So you have genuine questions, right?
Awesome.
Always.
And we thank you for actually agreeing to come here.
I know you like
2 days.
Well, you guys did great last week. So
Thank you. You know,
shucks.
Nah, I'm so proud. Oh, I have to tell you guys about a talk I went to last night.
What is it? Let's
Well,
just start.
It's about media talk, and I just feel like
Out here.
yeah.
What was it about?
It was about just how the youth have to kind of step up their games in terms of how content on the media, and I feel like you guys are definitely gonna be great because you guys know what's going on and you know how it feels to be a viewer. So.
Yeah. And that's actually why I was really excited to ask you to come up, you know, because actually when we first met, we were talking about how whack interviews are, because obviously we're all artists here.
We were sat in the studio like, man, interviews.
I'm so glad it's you guys. You don't even know, man.
Trust me. I mean, actually, I haven't done any. I've been doing the interviewing, and I put that in quotes ever since this started up. And since then, I haven't done any interviews. So I guess this is the way I want to do it forever now.
You know, but now I'm on this side of the table too, so I get to ask you guys.
How's the weather over there?
Some questions. No, but it's true, okay? Because that's a serious place to kind of start with. Because I think one of the things I would love to say is, you know, we haven't actually spoken that much about you being in LA, which I think it's so interesting that you've been there. We were saying the last time we met that we were switching places. Yeah. Because I was like, how random is it that I'm staying here and you're going away? Like, bye, passing ship.
It's interesting.
But it's funny. I will say that as different as everyone perceives it, there are things about the media that I find really similar. Like there's mentalities that people hold, especially speaking about young people and content that like, speaking of ratchetivity, you know, just a lot of it gets like replayed. And Blinky and I were saying that the reason why people don't often want to do interviews is because he was like, once I did an interview and they just didn't even ask about my music. They just asked me like when I lost my virginity.
Yeah, and it's just like, I represent my music and my art. Like, I don't want to get derailed and be labeled as this other thing, like about how I look and care about that when I leave the house. I'd rather you care about my music.
Yeah, let the music speak for itself. I know people get pretty personal and stuff that doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you find when you were in LA that there was the same limitations, or did you feel like there was also like you were seeing other people that were artists or females or even yourself being treated pretty much the same way by the media?
Well, yeah, because when I first went to LA, I just felt like, wow, these are real people. Wow. You know, this is like, wow, this is real. Like, this is real. Like, what you see on E is not real, but I see the real. And I feel like that is how it is. It's kind of going there here. And I just want to stop it and be like, wait, there is real art in the world. Yeah.
What aspects of it he is going like that?
Just like
our roads and stuff. We ain't gonna have no fancy cars, I'll tell you that much.
No, we're talking about the media and how like we have socialites and everything. It is definitely going in that direction. But I don't know if it's in such a bad way because we have a platform and we have people to talk to now. So that's kind of good because the youth are kind of in control now. And I feel like the fact that we have this platform is great.
It's totally true. And that's actually why I'm so passionate to be here as well, because a lot of people, like when you were like, so I have to ask you, like, why are you staying in Nairobi? You know, like why? But really, I think it's actually because Nairobi has more openness for things like puncturing the media and stuff like that. Whereas I don't know if you felt like this, but in the States and in LA, it's very
people are very muted,
super locked up. Yeah, it's just is what it is.
Or it's like in sex or something, like people have their cliques and it's like
and there's like a tight inner circle.
But also not many people like get through to the media. If you have something to say about the way things are happening, you can't really. Here it's we're closer to the people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There it's very hype and the real people, and there's like very few, like there's not that much of a gap. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense.
No, that's actually interesting because I was gonna say also when we first like just a backstory for the people here. You know, I first met. It's all very cosmic. Yeah, cosmic experience how we ended up meeting. But I met Tayo at a someone's family experience. Shout out to Natalie. I love you. You're
Shout
coming
out
here
Scott
too. Coming here too.
That's right.
And then Tayo and I didn't meet for a couple years, but then we decided to collab. And then on the day that we were gonna collab, he was like, "By the way, Karun's coming," and I was like,
She has to come.
You did the same thing to me. Oh my god, you're just like,
I just like-
you're just like, oh
I'm
yeah,
just that dude.
come to my studio, yeah. By
No,
the way,
but
there's
you-
this chick called Mariska.
No, the reason why I did that first of all,
Yeah,
and it's
tell
gonna
us.
lead on to a question which I want to ask.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say Runka. For guys that don't know, Runka is Karen backwards. You know Runka
No,
Filo,
it's like half and then like
Lofi, that kind of thing, just chopped and screwed.
yeah.
But the reason why I paired you guys up together is because, of course, you're not like anybody else, but you guys were similar in so many ways, and you've lived on, different parts of the world,
Yeah.
and that's why I was even gonna ask. I mean, what were some of the differences you found in the people in general, the young people in LA in comparison to here? Like, were they more about like, oh, I'm trying to hustle and make my money, or am I trying to?
Well, should I
turn
start?
up?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
What I found really interesting about the youth in LA is that they work really hard.
Say that again.
No, they do. I mean, like, I'm gonna be in school right. I mean, my friend is in school right now, and she's working. I don't know how many jobs, and
Yeah.
she's just like. I mean, I don't feel like that happens that much here in Kenya. Like, you won't find somebody going to college, and at the same time, they wouldn't mind being a waiter at like. I don't know.
They don't want to be waiters. I don't know what
I know.
it is.
I feel like there's an ego thing here. Like, if you really need to get somewhere in life, you don't be so scared to take those jobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't
true
know.
story.
There is a big class thing here. Kenyans are like, oh, don't take those jobs. But I feel like we don't need that. I don't know.
Definitely.
I don't know how you feel.
I
about
see that all the time. Especially this like, oh, I don't want to do this job. Oh, I know if I'm in uni, I can stay in my parents' house for a good 6 years. And most folks, they don't want to move
it does
on.
happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was like talking to my mom the other day about how like our cafe is not a bad place. Like if kids like us really needed to, we could work there. And it wouldn't be so bad. I don't know why we care so much. Like, really, life is
Yeah. The
real.
tips.
We shouldn't care so much.
I started learning about tipping waiters properly about 3 weeks ago.
Right?
Of course, M put me on that. She's
They
like,
have calculators and everything.
you guys don't tip waiters like they're people. I'm like, there are people. 50 bob. I got
I
them a
will say,
credit.
because on the note of working hard, my mother, when she was younger, worked a million jobs, and one of them was a waitress, and so she always taught me to tip really, really well. And then years later, I worked as one, but I only made it through 2 weeks. So I will say, actually, about people in the States, what I've noticed is that there is it's almost an extreme polarization. I noticed that people in the States almost work so extremely hard that then it's like they become robotic. And then actually, we have really high rates of drugs and suicide in the States because people work so hard that then they don't have any relief from it. So they just don't know how to balance it, and then they end up becoming crazy in that way. But I don't know if you found that. I mean, because the party scene here can be really crazy, but I don't know if you found really crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you found the nightlife life in LA.
I don't know. I'm not 21, man. So everything I've been doing is just live shows.
There's no
I'm
fake
gonna go
ID
see
type
my
situation.
artist. I was I was really in the middle of nowhere, so
Oh,
I was just chilling with my tech. So
then how were the shows? Did you see any good shows?
Yes, I did. I saw Toki Monster. Yeah, you know
Stop.
Toki Monster. I don't know
Just
if you
chill.
guys
seen
know
her.
Toki Monster.
Just
I've
chill.
seen her too. And
Doja
Blinky
Cat
just
too.
saw her. You
Yes.
saw Doja Cat? We just discovered Doja Cat. Yo, shout out
I
to
know
Doja
songs.
Cat.
Love and Trippy
You
and
guys
other
Cat
check
Ball.
her out.
Yeah.
I know the
Doja
song Super
Cat.
High.
Yeah.
This may just being a complete groupie. Doja Cat is ill.
She is ill. A friend of mine went to high school with her. I mean,
Really? She's an amazing. Does
Those
she
are kinda
produce her own
stories.
beats? She's a
No.
rapper and a singer.
No.
Okay.
She's
I know
human.
Wow,
Imano Mari
she's
does
human.
some of hers. And
All right,
yeah.
Doja Cat,
brilliant.
people, check that woman out.
Out of all
She's
the shows you've
amazing.
watched,
I'm
what's
glad
been
you
your
guys
favorite
know
one?
this, man.
You know.
What out of all the shows you've watched, actually, what's been your favorite one? I've been seeing pictures on Instagram. I'm like,
You guys are gonna make me feel
Miguel.
sad. Okay, the last show that I was gonna see was
Yeah.
Janae Aiko. That would have been the most amazing show, and SZA, right? But I didn't
been
get to
listening
go
to- we've
because I
been
got
listening
We
to
sick.
have.
mhm.
But that would have been the most amazing.
Yeah,
show,
SZA
I
is
think.
like.
Otherwise,
Still time.
Thundercat was pretty cool.
Yeah,
But this is all
Thundercat.
underground artists,
Right,
You know?
so that's interesting because I
That's-
actually wanted to ask you about
Thundercat.
that. Is that before
Thunder.
you went to LA,
yeah.
were these underground artists part of the trajectory of artists that were in your mind, or was it LA that opened that up for you? Because I will say I have a lot of things that I have struggles with LA,
Yeah.
but one thing I do love is the underground music scene there is amazing right now. It's so
Okay.
rich.
Thundercat I knew before because
Okay.
of Flying Lotus,
Right.
and actually Blinky told me about him.
Right.
Blinky's really he
Yeah,
really,
Blinky
on
really
that.
knows
He's
pretty
on that
awesome
shit.
He put me
music.
on, yeah, he put me
But
on
like
Philo as
Doja
well.
Cat, Toki Monster, the rest of them,
Kali
there's so
Uchis.
many, man. Yeah, Kali Uchis,
Yeah.
and
Bang
like
bang.
who did I just? Okay, Imano Mari.
Yeah.
Those guys I just knew because I was in LA. So
That's what's up.
That's
I was in Nairobi and we had 2 Chainz the other day, you know. So
How was that show?
I didn't go, but
I did not go
didn't go?
either. No.
he was here. He was here, and
No.
every time he stepped on the stage, I read somewhere they had to mop the floor because, you know, he didn't want to slip and lose a dread.
Speaking of good shows in Nairobi, though, do you have any plans to maybe
my God.
perform in Nairobi? Anytime
I would like
soon?
to perform. It's so weird because it's Christmas, so it's like family this week.
Yeah.
And then like, oh gosh, and then I end up leaving, so I don't
Maybe
get
in
to plan
early
that much.
January?
Yeah, maybe. You guys
Maybe.
gotta invite me.
Okay. Maybe we'll plan something
I'm
in early
open to
January.
Oh, yes,
She's
please.
open to shows.
Yeah.
Any advice, actually, now that we're talking about shows, do you have any advice for like Kenyan artists or
Yeah,
young
absolutely.
artists over here who want to put on performances and live shows? What's some of the things that you've seen that
That
cats
like
do over there?
diversified
Yeah.
your.
Oh, over
Just in
there?
style,
yeah. What
and then,
over
like,
there has
It's-
influenced you?
What I've been really, really into is the tech-heavy shows. Like when chicks come out with an MPC and they're like making beats on the stage and then they sing and everything. I like that. I feel like people just need to experiment a bit more. I mean, people are experimenting a bit more.
Yeah.
Like I think just be you and have fun and just do your research. YouTube is like studying for me sometimes. Just
Yeah.
live shows. Just get some inspiration.
And I will say, just to wrap it out, as you say, studying, I want to just let people respect you even a little bit more, is that, you know, you really have started learning how to produce. When the 3 of us were collaborating, you and I were like sitting
Just like-
behind that computer, like engineering, you know?
I didn't know
What?
nothing.
So
He-
yeah, we
well,
really
we-
did
he
kind
was
of,
try- he
we
tried.
really did kind of
A
run
little
that
bit,
session.
little delete button.
But I will say, I wanted to give you big ups because you know
Thank
it's
you.
very rare that a female, let alone as well, you know, takes it into initiative to say like, I want to learn how to make my own beats. I
Yeah.
want to learn how to find my own sound.
Yeah, where are
So
the Kenyan chick producers?
There you go.
You guys, man.
You heard it. She
Hit me up. I
challenged
want to
you.
know though, because before,
know?
like when I was really not that young, but like before Camula was huge, I was like, who is a female in producing
Producer.
right now? And nobody had an
It's
answer.
you. It's gonna be you.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
think
There you go. I nominate you.
It's a pioneer right there.
Right
Actually,
there.
I would love to be produced by a chick. Honestly,
but I feel like there's a movement about to
collaboration?
come. I know you
It's
guys are
coming.
out there, man.
It's
Just hit me
here.
up so I can be a part of this. Yeah,
happening.
just like yeah,
it's happening.
It's happening now.
right.
That's what's up.
And you too,
Karen.
right?
I want to
We're
ask one more
doing it.
question, just
One
because
more.
I
Do
want to
it.
know.
Do it. We're
Okay.
here.
Your hair is super cool. What are the secrets? So this, like, you know, this is your this is your thing now. I dig it. I just
I love it.
I don't know how it's
You know
possible.
what's funny though is you used to be the guy who didn't let anyone touch his hair
It's
because
true.
it was
Still
like wait.
doesn't. Don't. It's
Yeah.
why the caps.
Got my
there.
hat
So I
on.
got it from you. No, I'm joking.
Somebody be like, yes.
I just had to.
It looks
My hair's always been natural, but I just felt like need to start again.
It's so
So I
cool.
shaved the sides and I had like a little mini fro.
Love
That is
you.
super
Part
cool.
of
I've
you
just been
being
going
you.
with it. Yeah.
No, it's unique.
I feel like I mean, you guys, man, just embrace your hair, man. It's
You heard
yours.
it.
It's natural.
Pioneer.
I am not.
There's nothing wrong with natural.
All
I love
organic.
those things.
All organic artists right here.
What?
That's what's up.
Yes.
Keeping
Karen.
it organic, of course. Lady Karun.
Thank you for being
And you,
here.
I feel amazing. You guys. I've been trying to get my shushu to stop wearing like weaves.
Yeah. Sure, let it out, man.
Let it out.
Cornrows, Afro
And let
puff,
it go
whatever
gray
it is.
naturally too. I really like that.
I think
Just
grays
to-
are cool though.
Yeah.
It's a cool
Would you
one.
let your hair just like
Listen, I think I need to girl talk with you about hair now. So maybe Professor X could take us
It's
away to a
happening.
little bit of a
Oh.
DJ break. We have some things to talk about.
Sure.
yeah.
Karen, thank you for being
Thank you,
here.
thank you,
No
thank
problem.
you.
More to come in the new year, people.
Yes.
Look out for it.
Hare Krishna.